Ow. Alright guys, for today's video, you may hear some hammering in the background, but like I said, I can never record a video without hearing some noises in some way, form, or fashion. But today's video, right here, FITCAMX, they reached out to me a little bit ago, asked me if I want to check out one of their direct plug-and-play dash cams. So, plug and play, that is key. I said, yeah, I'd love to know what cars I have. My cars are not compatible for the direct plug-and-play version. They're not new enough. You know what I mean? I don't really want to buy new cars. So I was like, ah, crap, I can't do it. But then I realized I have access to more newer vehicles in my neighbors. So today what we're going to look at is installing this direct plug-and-play dash cam inside a 2021 Toyota Tundra. So this one here it's a 4K dash cam. When I open this up here, you're going to see exactly what it is. And another reason why this is a good car to do this in is because if you notice right there, we already have a dash cam inside the vehicle, a standard sort of dash cam that most people are used to. And we're going to show you, I'm going to show you exactly what makes this sort of direct plug and play dash cam different from that standard dash cam. But this is the box that it comes in here. Okay? It is packed like an Apple product where everything is like ultra tight and stuff. And it's, I mean, that's good if you like that sort of thing, but it is difficult for me to do one-handed operation to get this stuff open. Okay, lid off. Here you have your accessories and the dash cam itself. Pull out the accessory box real quick. You can get that out quicker. All right, accessory box and the dash cam. So we'll move this out of the way. So let's open up this dash cam box and show you what we're working with. Here is the dash cam itself. I'll get it out of this paper. There you go. There's the dash cam. If you look at this, that looks way different than any sort of standard dash cam. And now why is that? Well, that is because, let's slide in here, this dash cam and the ones from FITCAMX, for all the vehicles that they work with and they have dash cams for, what this does is this goes ahead and replaces these sort of trim pieces here, right here, that you already end up having in newer cars. And the reason why newer cars have these sorts of trim pieces all around is because all of these newer, I don't know if you can see it lighting up here, but newer rear view mirrors, all of them have some form of power going to it. Like this one would have a compass up here. There's a couple of garage door opener slots here. Maybe if you have some sort of OnStar or something like that, if it's a GM vehicle, they have power run to it. You know how I feel about OnStar, but that's beside the point in this one. But this dash cam is powered by the power and the wires that are already running. Look right here, right there, already running up to this mirror itself. So that saves you from having to run any sort of extra power like that down to either a 12-volt battery connector here, or you can hot wire it into a fuse box like a lot of dash cams do. But yeah, that is what this dash cam looks like. It is very discreet and out of the way, and you will see how easy it installs when we go to pop it in there. But before we go ahead and do that, let's look at the rest of the stuff that comes in here so you have an idea of what you would be getting inside the rest of the dash cam box here. I don't think you guys would get this normally if you are just a standard, not YouTube person, but I could be wrong. But here is a window mounting phone frame here for me to be able to use to actually record the install here, which would help out a lot. And then inside we have the accessories box. Inside of the accessories box we have a trim removal tool, which I do not believe we will need it for this application, but I'm sure it comes with all of them. A sort of lightning connection, or not lightning, but USB-C and the USB drive here. And then for memory cards on this side to be able to plug into your computer and pull information off, because right here on the slot there you can see a memory card slot built into the side of the dash cam. This also will connect to your phone if you want to then pull any of the information off of the dash cam and the videos and stuff recorded to your phones. You can do that through its own little nested Wi-Fi if that's what you want to do. If not, you can record it straight to this memory card, but you do need to connect it to the app and everything to initialize it and format the memory card for usage with this dash cam before you start doing anything. And then here you go is the little jumper cable harness that we will actually take and plug in between the factory wiring and that rear view mirror that plugs in between. And then this plug connector right here connects to this plus connector for the dash cam, and then it powers itself and runs. So that's everything that's in the box. Now I'm going to go ahead and get this set up, and I will just show you how quickly and stuff it goes to install. So let me get this set up and we'll be right back. Okay, now we're about to put in the dash cam, and it is super simple. Pro tip here, I'm going to let you know this because I already screwed this up by refilming this already. This connector here, all right, is the exact same connector that is used in both the back of the rear view here and the GPS module inside. This does not go to the rear view, okay? Learn from my mistakes so you don't have to. So this is super easy. What you do is you grab this trim and you just slide it down forward. Okay, it pops right off. Inside here, you have these two orange clips on both of these arms. I don't know if I can show you this on camera, but you squeeze down here on the bottom and squeeze on top and spread them open ever so slightly. Oh, there we go. So they slide off, okay? Just like that. And then you'll take it to the dash cam and you'll replace it on the little lock retainer there. And we'll do the same thing with this. I will do it off camera because it's a little bit easier to me try and look through the camera aiming at the windshield. There you go. Oh, there we are. There's both the clips right there. Okay, so now we have our harness. And our harness will plug in and it will bridge this connector right here that plugs into this GPS module. This is where they're pulling the power from for this unit here in this vehicle, okay? So this should go without saying as a car goes by. You want to make sure you don't have any power running on while in the car. You don't necessarily have to disconnect the battery, but make sure you do not have the power plugged in or the key turned on or your car running, okay? So pinch that, unplug that, that comes out. This harness goes in, just line it up correct side, all right? Then this will get plugged into this, and this will now get plugged into the dash cam. And right here, you'll be able to see right here, there is a little indexing tab at the top of that. You can see right there at the top. There's an indexing slot on this part of the harness. Make sure you slide it in like that so it lines up and push it till it snaps in. Okay, now this is going to be the most difficult part. Just kind of getting these cables kind of out of the way here and up while positioning this to slide in up into place and locked in. There you go, installed. There you have a dash cam that is direct plug and play that looks no different from the factory trim, except for right here where it was a little flatter. You now have where the dash cam is installed. It is a direct plug and play. It is discreet. It looks as OEM as it could possibly be. If you're one of those people that do not like aftermarket stuff, you want stuff to look more OEM, as you can see right here, pretty much OEM look, aftermarket one, it's up to you. And the best thing about that, it is direct plug and play. Everything is hidden. Let me pop this out of this holder here. So you do not have to do this and running cables down here along the side and down and running it either into a 12 volt or over to a fuse box to hardwire it. A lot of dash cams, you can do this, or people will take off the A-pillars and tuck stuff up underneath the headliner up here, pull off the A-pillar trim, stuck it underneath the A-pillar trim to make sure all this is not being hidden or is not out in the way and is hidden as best you can. But as you see with this sort of install right like this, you don't have to worry about it at all because everything right there is completely contained and hidden. So it should be said that this dash cam is also compatible with a rear facing camera, but the rear facing camera needs to be mounted to something solid and something inside. And as you can see right here, all right, this window rolls all the way down here in the back, and the headliner just comes straight to the edge. So there's no place without making some sort of bespoke bracket for me to mount the rear camera. But just keep in mind, if you do have a vehicle that works with someplace to mount it, you can actually get that OEM looking front, and then you'll just have to go through a little bit extra work to run the camera up underneath the headliner stuff to the back and mount it somewhere you want. But as it is, the way this vehicle is set up with this fully drop down rear window, decide you just go with the front unit. So there's that. Now, to get this to work, there is directions that you need to follow here. I'm not going to run you through this because it's not my vehicle. The owner will set it up, but they just have here where you need to get the app. Need to download the app, connect it to, enter in the password, reset up the password, all that stuff, and then format your SD card. And then you can use the app just like any other sort of dash cam thing and pull directly through the Wi-Fi, which is more like Bluetooth for this harness, or not harness, but over the air to your phone if you want, or if you don't, this should just record and loop record over this SD card here that you can pop in and out whenever you need it. It's 4K front. This one here, whatever the rear cam would be the resolution. I would imagine it's probably 1080 or also 4K. Don't quote me on that. I do not know that because I do not have the rear cam for this. So as you can see here, imagine you're kind of sitting over here driving and you don't even see the dash cam of the FITCAMX, unlike you see a dash cam right there. So the light may be a little too bright now to see it from the front, but maybe you can see how, I'm not even sure. Maybe you can see how OE that looks. Maybe not, depends on how bright it is for you guys. But yeah, that's it. That's how quickly it goes in there. So you can see that was all of about not even 5 minutes to do. And just snaps in, plugs and plays, slides right in there, and it looks standard. It looks stock, it looks OE. For anybody that doesn't like having stuff all over their vehicles, this is the perfect thing for you. This works on newer models. Like I said, this is a 2021 Tundra that I just demonstrated installing this and how quick it was. Any other car that is more modern is going to have a similar sort of setup like this, and maybe a little different. The rear view may be actually in the middle of this trim. You got a couple extra pieces you got to pop out to slide the trim. It's like a multi-piece thing to get it in there. The install is mostly the same. It's direct plug and play, pops right in, and you can roll with it. If you want to check out what they have to offer, I got a link down in the description for you to check and see if your vehicle is new enough to run this sort of thing. And if not, they do also offer more old school style dash cams that will run and hardwire into your fuse box, just like all these other standard universal dash cams. But yeah, so this is FITCAMX with their direct plug and play OE look dash cam. All the wires and everything are out of your way. Everything's nice and hidden. Can't even really, unless you knew you were looking at it, you wouldn't even know that this is actually a dash cam right there. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. I want to thank FITCAMX for sending this out for me. Again, I really appreciate it. And if you guys are interested, check the link in the description down there and see what they have to offer for you. And that's all I got for today. I'm going to finish this video out with some driving footage from the dash cam. But yeah, that's all I got for today, guys. So like, comment, subscribe, and all that stuff. And I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching.